Hi there, in this video we'll be printing onto regular wood with a regular inkjet printer. So this project started life as a cheap purchase on the internet. I got this printer for $1 and it actually cost me more to pick it up than it was to purchase the printer itself because it was in town. And the special feature this printer had is it can print on the CDs directly, so you don't print the labels, you just print actually onto the disc itself. So it has a special magazine and you put the CD onto it and you feed it in the front and it prints onto it. So I figured, well, CD's about 1.5 mm thick, so what else is about that thickness? And I thought, well, printed circuit boards. So maybe I could print onto a printed circuit board and then etch away the the remaining area. So I knew that the ink was water soluble, so whatever was printed onto would wash away. So I was going to print a negative of the circuit board and then spray some paint over the top and then run it under water, and hopefully the rest would wash away. But unfortunately, inkjet printers want to print on something porous like paper, and it just it sat on the top and it wasn't very dense. So I thought, oh well, if I print multiple times it might work, but the registration on this printer is terrible, and every time you put it in it would move 0.5 mm either way, so you couldn't print on top of each layer, so it wasn't sort of practical at all. So sort of been hunting around for other purposes for it, and printing on the wood seems to be the go. So this project's somewhat of a failure, but you can't have successes without failures, I guess. So what I will do is just go through the process anyway, because someone might find this useful. This is the cartridge which comes with the printer. I can't put wood or anything on there straight away because it's got this little noggin thing for the CD to sit on. So I needed to duplicate this magazine, and I created an infusion here with and printed off another one. And this one takes this area, will fill this area up, and I can print onto it with media up to 1.5 mm thick. It's got these little reflectors, which is the same as the original. I guess it uses it for registration. I had some mirror tint left over from my horror mirror project, which none of you are watching, so please go watch it. And then on the back as well, so it's got the registration. This is originally in white PLA, but the printer was getting confused. It was thinking it just wouldn't work when I put it in, spray painted it black, and it started working straight away. So I'll just go through the process of printing because there's a few gotchas. So if you do want to print an unusual event, you have this identical printer. This one is a Canon Pixma IP4600. Maybe all the Canon printers are the same. Perhaps they all have the same cartridge. I guess they probably might, because CD sizes obviously don't change. So I'll just go through settings in here. So if you do want to give it a go, the files for this will be on my Cults 3D account. It's printed in 2 pieces because my printer wasn't big enough to print the whole thing in one whack. You just glue them together and it's sweet. Right, let's go. Okay, so here's the printer dialog. Just choose your printer, which is the one I've got. Preferences, and here we choose printable disk. Others, I'm not sure what the difference between recommend and others, but others works for me. Disk tray, which is just telling it to use the cartridge. Page setup, change this and set it to A4. Main, and then OK, and it'll complain here, but just click on ignore. So when the paper comes out, the front right hand corner of an A4 sheet is 00 as far as the printer is concerned, and the same for this cartridge. So down here is a 0, 0. So when you set up your page, you want to create this gap here and here, so it's got nothing in it, and then it'll print in this whole area. This whole area is maybe 110 by 110. Not entirely useful, but someone might find it useful for printing something. It's not. I thought I would worry about printing in the circle, because obviously in the CD you've got this little noggin thing, and it doesn't print over that, but it's not been a problem. It prints over it regardless. So here is your 0, 0 in the Cults 3D file. I'll have a PDF and an XCF from GIMP, so you can create your own images to print if you get that far. But you just got this gap down there and here, and whatever's in this shape here, you can print. And as I've shown, it does a pretty good job for colour. Black and white I tried, it's not that great, but colour is pretty good. But you might find a use for it. Maybe you've got a plane, balsa wood plane, you want to print something on the wings. That'll definitely do the job. But aside from that, thanks for watching.